The Castrol Edge Endurance Countdown continues today on Speed Cafe, and today we're looking at the number 39 Supercheap Auto Racing Commodore of Russell Ingall and Paul Morris. Larry, a lot of history with yourself and Russell Ingall. Hasn't won a race for quite some time in the V8 Supercar Championship Series.
And that would be playing on his mind, I tell you, because Russell's a determined guy, and he's the last of the guys that I would think that, if you like, made a mark for himself before the V8 Supercar machine numbed down the drivers. But he's got a lot he wants to prove. He reckons he can do it, so he's all fired up. And Paul Morris can be all fired up and assist there, but Paul, not being in the saddle full time now is a bit unknown, and Paul's got to remember, keep handing it back to Russell. So a few things got to gel there. Their car hasn't been as consistently fast as they'd like throughout the year. They've got to get over that. But don't discount this entry. There's determination there that's huge.
But what about the bit where they've been slow has been qualifying?
Yes.
Russell's been starting in the 20s and burning his way through the top 10s more times than not this year. At least he's got longer races now to do that in.
And look, this team, this entry, these drivers, they know what they got to do. They've done it before. But, and as I say, you can't, you give them 10 out of 10, there'll be determination there. But again, you wouldn't put them in the top 2 or 3. I wouldn't put them in the top 2 or 3, but they're not far behind it, you know.
The dude's got a reputation though. He's got this reputation as being a big bad enforcer type driver who's going to push people out of the way.
I know.
But his endurance record's proven that he can flick the brain into the mode required.
And he's got to do that. He can't afford to make some mistake or have the officials give him a drive through for some little act out on the track that he may have done. So he's got to, remember that. And it might be hard for him to do that because it's still, the competition is huge. But these guys are going to be racing for that. In my view, third, second spot. I wouldn't have my top money on this particular entry, but gee, it's not far behind.
And it wouldn't hurt if the car that sponsors the race, or that sponsored the car, won the race. That'd be a nice. And it's never happened at Bathurst before.
Russell will be thinking that too.
He'll be going for the bonus, won't he?
That's car 39, the Supercheap Auto Racing Commodore. Russell Ingall driving at the Supercheap Auto Bathurst 1000. Can that car get the win? We'll find out. You're on the Castrol Edge Endurance Countdown.